How many of you looked at these brackets? Because I have not. I just walked in the door. I know it's our little corner of the world is Northern Kentucky, who's had a terrific year. Then Wichita State, who's won 15 in a row, and Dayton, who's coached by one of the young stars in our profession, in Arch Miller. So that's our little corner. And then I think it's North Carolina, UCLA, and Butler. So that's what I know. I don't know another region. How's that region? I mean, there's got to be some others that are tough too. They said they put out the seed. We played into the number 5 overall, which we played. You know, guys did what they were supposed to. They did in tournament play and finished the year and won tough games and got down and still won. And so.
What's your initial thoughts on the first weekend of Northern Kentucky and Indianapolis?
Well, I love Indy. What a great place to be. So, you know, it's a great town. It's a city, but it's kind of like a small town. So it'll be great. And their basketball venues up there. And the greatest thing is our fans can get there. They probably already scooped up a ton of those tickets, knowing our fans. So, you know, kind of like it.
How much better did your team get over the last few days?
Not the last few days, the last 3-4 weeks. If you remember, it took us 3 weeks to get to where we were like, what in the world is happening here? And then I said it was going to take us another 3 weeks to get back and start to grow, and that's what's happening. It's kind of played out that way. So, you know, we had to change some stuff around. We had to do some things a little different. We had to practice a little different. Had to emphasize some different things. But the only way that stuff works is if that group in there says, yeah, you tell us what to do, we'll do it. The biggest thing was just energy. You know, playing and fighting and knowing that you're going to have tough starts and sometimes you're going to have great starts and get up 18, but you're just trying to play for 40 minutes. And what's happened right now is De'Aaron Fox is really, you know, he's come on. He's shooting the ball better, making free throws. How about playing through bumps? You remember, he'd drive and just, the guy, would just throw it. And now all of a sudden he's connected, hitting, making and ones, getting to the foul line. You know, we still having some bad turnovers at times, but I'm not worried about that if they fight. And what happens for us the rest of the way will all be based on how we guard. If we defend and we figure out, you know, how people are going to try to attack us, and we have some different ways to combat that. It'll be all based on defense.
How do you like it that they still put you with one of these small schools in the state, like they have?
That's fine. That doesn't bother me. What time is the game? What day of the week is it? They gave us Friday? I thought they tried to make it Thursday again. Thursday at noon. So Friday means, what's the chances of noon? TV will say yes. That's my guess. So play a normal time game. I kind of like these noon games. Game's over, you win, you're happy. Whistle and skip and take a little nap, watch some tape. But I'm not sure they like Malik and those. We had I saw Derek get up this morning. So I was leaving the hotel around 5 to 7, and they were waiting for their ride to the arena. So it's kind of neat seeing that too.
Do you feel like your team made a case for a 1 seed the way they played lately?
Well, I mean, Gonzaga, you know, they lose one game. Oregon and Arizona, I thought Arizona would be the 1, but it wouldn't matter. It's the 1 and the 2, and they're both where you would expect them to be. But they said we were 5. I would say my North Carolina's right now, when you talk about who's got the team, it's probably North Carolina. But that's fine. I mean, we played our way in. You know, from what everybody's saying, there's a couple. Can you imagine a couple brackets harder than ours? Now this is my 8th year. It's not been close. Call it Murders Row and Insane Row, and so they say they're. I haven't looked at it, but
It seems like years past you've been pretty worked up over the seed and stuff like that. It seems like
Well,
you're okay with it. Is that because
okay,
of the
let me
seed
tell you
or
why. Let me
how
tell you
your
why.
team's playing?
There are teams that get into tournament play and play well and go from a 5 seed to a 2 seed. We win our tournament and the team in front of us goes to a 3 seed and we go to a 4 and we beat them. What do you want me to say? We go to the Florida game, they give us an 8 seed. 8 seed. Give us a 6 or a 5 and I would have been, okay. 8. Then, you know, and even last year, that affected how we do it. The seeding is really important if you want to advance. And if you don't think it's important, you've never coached, you've never been a part of this. So, other than a 1 seed, which the hiccup in the middle of the season, again, we lost to Kansas, UCLA, and Louisville on the road, and Florida on the road. I mean, Tennessee game on the road. Other than that, who else beats? Oh, don't. I mean, we took care of business for a young team.
You like the fact that you'll have to play some teams you've already seen before in this path, that they've said UCLA, North Carolina, baseball, those teams?
I don't know. They're really good teams. I mean, one should have beat us. We had a guy that just went for 67, and then the other team beat us and beat us good. It wasn't, the score wasn't applicable to how bad we beat us. So hopefully we're a better team for both of those games. And North Carolina had a kid out. Point guard we weren't sure was going to play. His first game back. You know, they're good. I mean, but so is Dayton. There's teams along the way that you look at and you say, whoa. You know, for us, it's just let's get started. Let's get this first weekend and see what happens. I'm not looking ahead. You guys know how I do this. We'll focus on this first weekend, see if we can be the best of that group. And if we are, we'll move on.
Without looking ahead, what do you think of just the competition as a whole within this tournament?
Well, this is one of those years. Look, in past years, we all knew there were about 5 teams that could win the national title, sometimes less, 3 teams, 4 teams. But there'd be about 10 or 12 that could get to the Final Four. This year, you're talking 10 or 12 that can maybe break through and do something crazy. And you're probably talking 20 to 22, 23 that could get to a Final Four. I mean, you know, when you talk west of, you know, I imagine Arizona's out there with Gonzaga. I mean, you know, those are Final Four teams. I don't know who the 3 is out there.
Florida State.
Florida State, who's maybe one of those talented teams, and the 4, if they're not with us, they're probably West Virginia. Are they in our bracket?
No.
No.
So then they're West. Okay, so now you got another team that hard to play, man. They play a different style, and if you've never seen it, you walk in. You know, West Virginia could be another team that could make it.
Now it seems like with your team the last couple of weeks when things aren't going right, mentally they're in a better frame of mind even during those situations. Do you see that at all?
Well, I think they're just starting to rely on each other, and everybody's. You have to really focus on what's the job at hand, and what is my role in this? What do I have to do? And we're just, it's hard when you get it started. Everybody's trying to figure out where they are, and now we're kind of coming together, and we're kind of linking arms a little bit, and that's what you want to do. I was so happy Lanyon played better today, and Isaac played better today. Michael Walters never played better for us. Dom, come on, who didn't shed a tear on seeing that? I mean, Dom, all conference, you know, and what he did all week. De'Aaron Fox, you're seeing him break through. Malik struggled, but did other things to help us win. We're finally throwing the ball to Bam. I mean, there's stuff we haven't done all year that we're starting to do. And in that kind of environment, and again, look, we use the conference tournament to prepare us for this. That's it. And like to win it, but we're playing it to say, what are we going to look like next week? What do we got to do? And There were things today I got on them about. And I said, I'm not worried about this game. You can't do this in an 8.6 point game. This was 17. But if it's 8, all of a sudden you do that and do that and do that and miss 2 free throws, all of a sudden, dude, this went the wrong way and your season ends. You can't do these things. But that's a young team and gave me 3 more games and a chance to, you know, teach and work with them, which was good.
Couple more minutes, guys. In the next week, will you do any more tweaking or just build on what you guys already do?
Well, there's some things we're going to talk as a staff. Are there any defensive weaknesses that we have that they may try to exploit? And if they do, let's not surrender like we did last year. Let's not just say if these don't play well, these guys, we lose. Well, play 5 guards. We do. What do you do? How do we do this? And we'll probably discuss that, and then we'll work on it a little bit. I would say some teams are going to play a zone. We've got to get in that a little bit, maybe work on our zone a little bit in case someone's beating us on the dribble or we get in foul trouble. You know, you got to have enough. I like the fact that we're pressing different ways now. We got more bullets in the gun. I mean, it's not just one round and you spin it and oh, geez, you know, you want to, all right, we can try this, we can try this. We got different things. Biggest thing is we got really good players. If they defend, we'll have a chance in every game we play. If they'll just come out and say, we're going to be the best defensive, we'll score just because of our talent, our speed, the ability to shoot the ball from different positions.
Once we all get out of your hair, what's your selection Sunday ritual?
It's not a ritual. What I'll do is we'll see what we can get on Northern Kentucky. We won't do anything. I won't be on Northern Kentucky. The staff will. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know. I'm worried about Northern. We'll see what they do and how they play and what we have to do. Tomorrow will be an individual work day with the guys that haven't played a whole lot. The other guys will get massage and, you know, they're on break. So we'll do something tomorrow night, probably a dinner and a movie. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have 2 great practices. We'll leave on Wednesday for Indy, I imagine. And then we play Friday. So we got like time. I mean, and if you look back, they fired us in on Thursdays. Like, deal with that. Like, you know, they gave us Thursdays. And that stuff is that's 5 games, folks, in 8 days. The NBA doesn't do that. 5 games in 8 days, all away from home, all against ranked opponents. They're not machines, they're not computers. I mean, I hope maybe we can move this championship off this Sunday, because it's a tough deal.
So you're happy.
Oh, I'm happy. I'm always happy. Come on, what are you talking about? What?
What?
I've not been happy?
What?
All right, folks.